Hello, freshman class of 2017. My name is Mr. Campana. I'm the 9th grade principal. So if you are going into 9th grade, which I assume you will be, you will most likely be dealing with me. Today I'm here to talk to you about what you should expect coming into West Mifflin High School as a freshman. And there's basically three things that I always say to our all incoming freshmen that will lead you to be a successful freshman and have a fun and prosperous freshman year. The first being attendance. You have to be here at school every day possible. We understand that people get sick, there's issues at home and that sort of thing. That's why we give you up to a certain amount of days to be absent without penalty. However, this coming year, there's a new process in place for our attendance, which will require us to have meetings with your parents if you continue to be absent on a regular basis. So you need to be here, you need to get the instruction, and you need to get good grades, because if you're not here, you're not going to get good grades. The second item to be successful at West Mifflin High School is academics. And I cannot stress this enough to you. Homework, homework, homework. I've been in this job for this upcoming year, it'll be 12 years now. And the leading cause of freshman students failing classes is because they neglect to do their homework. You have to do your homework. The classes are set up in a way that if you do your homework, you're not going to pass, you're not going to fail the class. If you continue to do your homework and you still get poor grades on your tests, which probably won't happen, because if you're doing the work, you're going to know a little bit more about it as if you weren't doing the work, which would cause you to get better grades on the test. However, if you continue to do your homework, teachers are not going to fail you based just on your failing the tests. If they see that you're working, that you're doing your homework on a consistent basis, you want to be able to pass, they're going to work with you in order to pass that course. They're not going to fail you because of your test scores. So I can't stress that enough. Homework is the largest issue that freshmen face for failing classes. And to piggyback on that, organization is one of the major contributors to your not doing your homework. You have to be an organized student. You have to use a planner or use your phone, mark down your classes, have a separate notebook for each of your classes, a separate binder so you can put work in each binder, so you can organize your stuff in a way that fits you. I mean, if I were to organize your stuff, my sense of organization is much different than your sense of organization. So it has to be something that you develop personally that works with you, whether that be a planner, whether it be putting your assignments in your phone, or whatever you do. It has to be organized. So many kids I see with these huge backpacks and just a ton of papers just stuffed into them. I don't know how they could pull out what they need. I don't know how they would know where to look. And that contributes to not turning in your homework, because if you can't find it, you can't turn it in. So the organization part is a must. The third and final thing is behavior. Behavior is going to impede your learning, and classroom disruptions is going to impede other students' learning. So we do not tolerate any type of classroom disruptions, fights, verbal arguments that cause classroom disruptions or school disruptions. Pretty much similar to the way the rules are set up in the middle school. We have next year, well, this coming year, for you guys, we're going to implement an in-school suspension program that we hope will minimize the classroom disruptions and all the behaviors for that matter. So we will be using after-school detention, in-school suspension, out-of-school suspension as part of our consequences for any behavior that is not tolerated. And you'll be informed of those behaviors through your social studies classes as a freshman when you review our student handbook. You're going to be taking a test on the student handbook that outlines the major portions of the handbook that we want you to know and understand, so that you cannot say that, well, oh, I didn't know we weren't allowed to do that. So, well, yes, you did, because you took the test and you reviewed the information in social studies. So that excuse is not going to fly. So to summarize the 3 things that you need to be successful as a freshman here at West Mifflin is 1, attendance. Be here, be on time. 2, homework, homework, homework. You have to turn in your homework. So many kids do their homework and not turn it in. That's like coming to work and not getting paid. Do your homework and hand it in. Even if it's not done 100%, do it and get some points out of it rather than nothing. Some points are always better than nothing. And 3, behavior. Do not behave in a way that is unacceptable here. And basically that is, we're not your playground. You're here for your education and everybody else's education. This is a school. We don't tolerate fights, juvenile behaviors like you were in middle school or elementary school. You're in high school now. This is where it counts. This is the beginning of your future. So you must follow these 3 successful tips in order for you to be successful as a freshman.
Hi, welcome to biology. I am Miss O'Lair, and you will either be in my biology class or you will be in Mrs. Kellington Welsh's biology class. For next year, you're going to need a few supplies. You'll need a binder and pens or pencils that we'll use every day in class. Class activities are varied. We do things like individual work, but we also do group work. We will have labs and we will also have projects. If you're an honors biology student, then we also suggest that you get a large or extra large book cover, and there will be a summer assignment due the first day of school. For the summer assignment, we are asking that you go outside and make observations of nature. 3 times this summer, we would like you to go out and take a look at the plant life and animal life, and as well as the environment, and attempt to make descriptions about them. It's more important that you are descriptive than it is for you to actually know the names of what you are listing. If you have any questions about your summer assignment, please email us, and have a great summer. We will see you in the fall.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Murphy.
And I'm Mrs. Shrupko, and we teach the 9th grade English classes here at the high school.
You will need the following things to be a successful student next year: a binder with paper and a pen or a pencil.
And for those of you taking honors English next year, there will be no summer assignment. And if you want extra credit the first 2 weeks of the school year, you can bring in boxes of tissues and boxes of pencils.
Have a great summer.
See you next year.
Hi, I'm Mr. Ross. I'm a freshman teacher here at West Mifflin Area School District, and I teach primarily honor civics. For my honor civics class next year, we will be in room 207. You will have to have a notebook and a folder on the first day. Also, you should have your summer assignment. You can pick up a summer assignment here today, or you can get a summer assignment from my website through the school website. Other freshman teachers for civics is either Mr. Mayhall, who's located in room 225, or Mr. Moritz, who are in 230. They suggest that you should have a notebook, a pen or a pencil on the first day, and also knowledge of the flash drive or the OneDrive from West Mifflin School District.
Hello future 9th graders, my name is Mr. Kuzma. I'm one of 2 health teachers here at the high school. I will have you for a 12-week rotation somewhere along the way, or Mrs. Prem will have you for a 12-week rotation somewhere along the way. Most important thing to remember to bring to my class, if you have me listed on your schedule, is a one-subject notebook. Everybody will be in a one-subject notebook to take notes throughout the 12 weeks. We'll cover a variety of topics, from healthy living to physical activity to stress management to alcohol. We address also CPR. If you're lucky enough to be here that week, you'll be certified in CPR for that week. Towards the end of the 12 weeks, we will have a final project that you'll be together with a group, and you will do a group project worth 100 points. I guess I also want to mention, if you get through this class, if you're lucky enough to get a good grade in this class, you have the opportunity as an upperclassman, sophomore, junior, or senior, to take Lifestyles and Health, also another class that I'm starting up next year. So of course, you need your basic health out of the way first, which is your 9th grade health, and maybe as a sophomore, junior, or senior, you might have the chance, if you want, or if you choose to, take Lifestyles and Health as an elective. Aside from that, just rephrasing what's the most important thing, which is a one-subject notebook. At the start of class, that'll be worth a lot of points to you as we go through class, more to be explained when I meet you. That's it. Looking forward to meeting the 9th grade class.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Shields. I'm one of the guidance counselors here at the high school. I'd like to welcome you to 9th grade, and I just have a couple tips on some things to help you be a successful 9th grader here at the high school. One of the first things I would say is to relax. I know it's very nerve-wracking and you're nervous about coming to the high school, but all of those things do work out. All those fears of being afraid of getting lost in the school, within the first couple of days, you really do find where your classes are and everything works out well. One of the biggest things about being successful is being organized. Organization is key. Using a planner, writing down your homework. It's a lot different than middle school. It's a lot different in needing to stay on top of things, knowing when there's long-term assignments. Second thing I would say is going to help you to be successful is communicating. Talk to your teachers. If you have a problem, if you're going to be out of school, talk to them. Your teachers are here to help you. If you're having trouble in something, if you don't have a chance to talk to them after class, try emailing them. Talking to them face to face and emailing are the two best ways to communicate with your teachers. Another thing that is very important is be here, coming to school. If you are in school, you're going to be much more successful. We are here to help you, but when you're playing catch up and when you're not here, that's when you run into the most problems. So being in school, striving for perfect attendance is definitely a key there. And the last thing I would say to be a successful high school student is to get involved. Get involved with something. Most students don't come to school because they can't wait to get to math class, but something gets you here every day. So the students who are most involved are the ones that are also most successful. So getting involved in something. Here at the high school we have something for everyone, from ROTC to band to sports to clubs, stand together, a whole wide variety of activities to get involved in. So find something to get involved in. Look forward to seeing you in the fall.
What advice would you give to future freshmen on freshman dances?
Go with a date that you're comfortable with and that you're not going to be nervous to be around, or someone that you know you'll have fun with, and you just don't want to have a bad experience with them and then ruin a friendship. So go with someone you're extremely comfortable with.
Yeah, but don't stress yourself out to find a date. It's not that important.
Don't stress yourself out to look perfect or be perfect either, because it's too much money and time, and it's just, if you have fun, that's all that matters. So.
What advice would you give to future freshmen on 8th to 9th grade scheduling?
My advice would be don't sell yourself short, and if you think that an honors class is going to be too hard for you, take it anyways, because it's really not that hard. It's not that much different from the regular courses, and it'll just boost up your GPA anyway, so I would just say take it and go for it.
And even if you go with an honors class and you don't like it within the first week, you can always change your schedule or drop out of that class and move into a different class. But like you said, don't sell yourself short.
What advice would you give to future freshmen on the first week of school?
Listen, behave. You'll feel like there's a lot of pressure on you, but understand that there's going to be people there to help you out. If you need anything, make sure you go to the office or a guidance counselor. It's very different from 8th grade. It's bigger, it's crazier, a lot of drama, but you'll have fun.
What advice would you give to future freshmen on freshman projects?
Do not procrastinate whatever you do. Don't procrastinate. And don't try to don't make it perfect. Like, you want it to be good, but don't try to specify and make every single detail of it perfect, because that just takes more time and then you stress yourself out more about it. So don't stress yourself out, don't procrastinate.
What advice would you give to future freshmen going on the freshman trip this year?
And just have a good time down there. And do the fundraising and get money for it.
What advice would you give to future freshmen on freshman classes they took during the school year?
I would say to try your best in every class, and obviously if it's an honors class, don't stress yourself out by thinking that it's too hard for you. Classes really are not that hard as long as you do your homework. My best advice would be do your homework, because even if you fail the test and you're not doing the best on tests, the homework will always save you, so always do your homework.
What advice would you give to future freshmen on preparing for the freshman school year coming up?
You should not a person who always has to study or always has to do their homework to the best of their ability. Just do your homework as much as you can. Do it to the best of your ability, so you learn from it. Actually do the best you can in all of your classes, so when it comes to tests or projects or quizzes, you know what you're doing and you won't be confused.
What advice would you give to future freshmen on freshman teachers during the school year? What do you think about them?
Some of the teachers are a pain in the butt. You just gotta deal with them and just do good in school.
Even if you don't like a teacher, you should still show them respect, because they're here, they're taking time out of their lives. This is their job. Their job they're doing, you're probably learning from them even if you think you're not. So just have respect for them no matter what, even if you don't get along with them.
Yeah.
There are also teachers that are very helpful, teachers that are excited for their job, and teachers that want to help you at anything that you have to do or accomplish. They're in this with you to see you succeed, be successful in life. So make sure that you just don't take them for granted. Be blessed that you have teachers that are willing to do their job and that are there for you